My name is Boyd Varty. I think of myself as an artist of experience. My passion is to create transformational experiences for myself and others as a way to explore what it means to truly live. My central exploration is to live on what I would call the track of your life. To me, this is to live courageously towards the discovery of what you are called to and to what life asks of you. So much of how I live has been informed by my passion as an animal tracker. I'm following the trail of my own life and reporting back. This show is a daily broadcast from a treehouse on the Londolozi Game Reserve in the wild eastern part of South Africa. Londolozi is a 14,000 hectare wilderness reserve adjacent to the Kruger National Park. The land is home to lion, leopard, rhino, elephant and buffalo, as well as a variety of other animals. I am your host, Boyd Varty. My goal is to spend 40 days and 40 nights alone in the wilderness to explore the archetype of the mystic in nature and hone my skills as a tracker. These are my daily stories. Day 26. Define abundance. Journal entry. There is a line in the Broadway musical Book of Mormon. In the show, a Ugandan woman is singing about the Utopia she has heard about from the missionaries called Salt Lake City. She sings, "In Salt Lake City, all the warlords are friendly. They help you cross the street. And there's a red cross on every corner with all the flour that you can eat." At first it seems like another comedic line, but on deeper inspection, you see something profound. The woman is imagining Utopia from within her point of reference. She's imagining from inside her frame. To her, Utopia is friendly warlords and a red cross on every corner. And I guess we all do a version of this. We imagine inside frames of reference. So the question is, what are your friendly warlords? The reason that I bring it up is this whole experience has me in a very deep evaluation of what true abundance looks like. What is wealth? I can feel the frame of my imagination expanding. I even started writing a real wealth list. Real wealth is being unrushed. It's stillness. It's enjoying your food. It's having time to explore. It's having places you're excited to explore. It's clean air. Autonomy. It's a river to swim in. It's feeling creatively engaged. Work you care about. Quality presence with yourself and others. Days you actually look forward to. The space to think. Rest when you want to. Freedom from crushing obligations. Anonymity. Daily practice. Simplicity. Being able to feel. Connection to beauty. Naps. High levels of energy. Health. Time. Silliness. Passion. Relationships. Money. The opportunity to share and serve. And choices. I guess all I'm saying is in the realms of consistently imagining what life we would like to create, it takes a constant grounding into very personal definitions of success and practice. Otherwise, it's so easy to get pulled off course by an almost endless barrage of imagery from modern culture. I need to think a lot about how I can continue to live towards this type of true abundance long after I leave this tree. Last night, just before dusk, I was sitting near a small termite mound that looked down towards a muddy waterhole. In the most beautiful golden light, a single buffalo cow arrived and made her way to come and drink. I was thinking how lucky I was. Her skin was so black against the green of the reeds, and she was reflected on the surface of the pond, standing amidst powdery clouds. 5 minutes later, 300 more arrived to drink, as if nature was like, "You like that? Try this." Cattle in Africa have always meant abundance, and I felt it so strongly at that moment. the solitude, the animals, the sky, the adventure. I was richer than rich. My second vignette came when I saw some starlings alarming in a tree. They were looking down onto the ground below them. I froze, wondering if they had seen a black mamba. On a branch just a foot from me, a squirrel started to flick his tail and make his own chattering alarm. At the base of the tree the starlings were in appeared a small, slender mongoose. He looked at me with perfect amber eyes and scurried up the tree to investigate a hole that he thought may have birds' eggs in it. It was just such a perfect little scene of life playing out at a different level, everything being itself, and for a moment I was a part of it. That's abundance to me. Just to be there and actually get to take it in without a ton of worries or time constraints or stresses. There is a strange thing with success that built into it is almost a certain level of losing something. I know a very famous artist who became famous for his animal paintings. Long after he had moved past animals creatively as a painter, it's what people wanted from him. He was defined. It made him hugely successful and made him feel terribly artistically stunted. Nothing else he ever did was his animal paintings in the minds of the people. It's like someone screaming, "Play Hotel California!" at the Eagles 25 years after its release. The more successful you become as a motivational speaker, the more time you spend on a plane or in airport security. All those years longing to get a booking start to turn into a grind. I never met the entrepreneur who said, "I think we're big enough now. If we grow this business more, it'll detract from my life." We all want to be successful, and rightly so. We all need to get by in some way. When my sister coaches people who are in the role of provider, she asks them to define what they would like to provide. Initially, it's all the usual things: house, education, food on the table, etc. Then as she sits with them, it deepens into presence, time, a joyful life, a sense of gratitude, aliveness, understanding what's really important. And then she asks them, how is the way you are living your life teaching those things? Suddenly what it means to be a provider has a new dimension. Kids don't learn what you say, they learn how you are. I guess I'm just asking myself what successful really looks like, and examining if, just because we can, we should. I think this tree makes me ask the question very deeply. Is there a difference between what I think I want and what I actually want? All around the world, I travel to friends who are in truth closer to family. We spend a lot of time outside. We make fires and tell stories. We sit in ceremonies that help us go deeper, and this has made all the difference. This is what has built deeper community in all those communities. These relationships have sustained me. They've shown me parts of the world. They've created a web of connected communities with shared values and language, and brought me deep connections. It has been access to an abundance you never see images of when you think of success in modern culture. These gatherings have been what have truly taken me beyond my friendly warlords. In reflection here, I guess I'm just landing more and more deeply in my own vision for what I want my life to be. For me, the real pillars of abundance are stillness, nature, and community. This might not be making sense. I will tell you something else that will happen when you are alone and start to get still. You will become aware that there are a lot of places in your life where you have not showered yourself in glory. You have to face up to a certain amount of shame at your own behavior that, frankly, if you just keep busy or keep moving, you can explain away or keep ahead of most of the time. But to be still means you can really revisit those moments. Well, even if you don't want to, they'll come up. It takes a lot of compassion to actually look clearly at yourself, especially when you have hurt others. Compassion for them and yourself. But if you can do it, there may be an opportunity. An opportunity to live the amends you need to make every day for the rest of your life out of the integrity true awareness creates. And to me, that's work worth doing. 4-0, out.
This has been another episode of the Track Your Life podcast with Boyd Varty. Follow us on Instagram at Boyd_Varty, Twitter at Boyd Varty. Visit Boyd's website at boydvarty.com or subscribe to this podcast in your favorite podcast player. Please rate and review this podcast so that more people can find and enjoy it.